Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, and welcome. My name's Nurse Richard, the Wax Wizard. Thanks for joining me. This chap whose ear this is, I think he's been in a video or two of mine before. He's a regular patient. He comes to me every 3 months or so. Have a look what you can see when I just pull that little bit of skin, dead keratin, out. This chap's got a big crater in his ear. Like I said, it comes every 3 months to have this thing cleaned out. Now, what is that and what causes it? Now, we think it's benign osteitis, and you can get a couple of reasons for exposed bone in the ear canal. It's quite rare to get a canal cholesteatoma. They're more common in the eardrum. If you get a retracted eardrum, you can get what's called a retraction pocket, and as dead skin is migrating out of the ear. That looks just like a little tooth, he said, at the top of the ear canal. So yeah, you can get a retraction pocket. As the skin's migrating, it can fall into this pocket and it can get infected. It can start growing inwards, damaging the bones on in the middle ear. But yeah, canal cholesteatoma, quite rare. Now, he's had this for 4 years, and I've seen him at least 3 or 4 times every 3 months, and it's not changed at all. So I know the specialists are quite happy with it, and they're pretty sure that it is this benign osteitis, which is, you can get restricted blood flow, but you can get restricted blood flow anywhere in your body, can't you? And the blood, for whatever reason, numerous causes for that, is not getting to this particular part. So what can happen is that bone is not getting the right nutrients, oxygen, etc., that it needs to stay alive, so that bone just dies, and then it just crumbles away, and exposes this crater in this chap's ear canal. Doesn't feel it, there's no pain in it at all, but what it needs doing is regular cleaning out, just to make sure that it doesn't get any deeper, doesn't get any infections. You can see we're even peeling a bit there from just underneath the little ridge of it there. So yeah, it's why it reflects off the camera. You can see it's quite bright, isn't it? And that's a clear sign that it's exposed bone. It reflects off the camera. It's quite clear to see. It's one of the clearest exposed bone you'll see in any ear. It's pretty obvious when you can't miss it, although it has been missed a few times. He does go and see some public health services sometimes in between seeing me. So, oh, I can't see it. Now, they're obviously just seeing the floor of the ear canal with a little layer of skin on, not realising that you've got to get that off to expose it, you know. So I've actually printed him off a letter with a picture of it on, and a big fat arrow with a finger, and he's saying, look, there it is. When he comes to you, can you make sure you peel that off, because it needs to come out of that big cavity. So hopefully it will next time he goes to see them. They don't have an endoscope, so it's a lot easier than an endoscope to spot things like this and to deal with things like this. This second one is just 2 ears. As you can see, very different, this one. Now, this chap fully admitted to shoving my old friend Buddy in there for a number of years, which is the cotton bud, or the Q-tip, as you may know it. And you've got a lot of this compacted wax and lots of hairs in there. Now, this is a really hairy ear. Get one for the purists. This is a really hairy entrance, and it might make it difficult to watch for you guys, but just imagine how difficult it makes for us to actually get this thing done, because any hairs in front of the camera, it makes it extremely difficult to see what you're doing. It gets blurry, and it's just a bit of a nightmare, to be honest with you, trying to work in these kind of ears. Do get some odd comments that ask, well, why don't you just pull them out, pluck them out? These hairs you need in your ear. Sometimes you don't need as many as this, but they can help to act as nature's own sieve, if you like. Oh, do you like this above my ear, by the way? You have no idea how long it took me to figure out how to do one of those things up there. So yeah, if you do like the channel, then feel free to press the like, the subscribe, blah, blah, all that. Anyway. Where was I? Completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, it makes it difficult. Yeah, there's no need. It acts as a natural filter, so it stops, you know, bugs, insects, dirt, dust, all kind of things flying into your ear. So you do need these hairs in that part of the ear to protect it. And we don't pluck them out. I mean, sometimes these ones here, you can do right on the outer part, but as I've said to a lot of men who do that, sometimes it flies in the ear. So I said, by all means, if it bothers you that they're all sticking out of the outer ear on that bit there, and then do that, but just put something in your ear, or just stick your finger there while you trim it there so it doesn't go flying in your ear. But I'm having really difficulty here. What I'm trying to do is get the endoscope either through the hairs so I can see what I'm doing, or over the top of them so I can find, because I can see just into this little dip, like a little trench just as you go into the ear, it goes down and then back up again, and that's where a lot of this has been collecting down there. And it was quite surprising actually when it came out. You'll see just how big this thing was that was hidden in this dip down there. Probably part of the reason why it gets some problems as well, because as it's trying to migrate out, it'll just get stuck on that a little bit. Some are more pronounced than others. As soon as you go into the ear, some go like that, and some have felt relatively smooth, but this one went like that. So it's difficult to get down into that dip, but we managed it. There you go. See, look at the size of that. Really surprising. And there it is, nice and clear afterwards. Tiny little spot on the eardrum that I am not going in for that, not worth it. But I hope you enjoyed that. But for now, take care of yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.